Zippity zoom. Like a drip sliding down a window pane, water flowed slowly on the island of Serendipity, from brook to creek to stream. It finally became a large river with water that flowed like molasses from a wide-mouthed jar. On the bank of the slow-moving river, a possum hung by its tail, blinking great sleepy eyes, watching all that there was to see. But it was surer still that he was the most peaceful of creatures. He lived for peace, and peace he was. Inland from the river, far from the slow-moving possum, was a very different place, where life moved at a much faster pace. Here, clouds streaked across the sky, chasing the wind as tiny birds followed, racing from tree to tree. This was the land of Zippity. Here lived the Zooms, the fastest creatures in all of Serendipity. No bare feet here. Instead, these creatures wore canvas shoes with racing treads. They also had horns that beeped, strapped to their heads. The Zooms were so fast that you would rarely ever see one. The best you could hope for was a blur and a beep as they zipped on by. Once in a while, you would chance a glimpse of a Zoom stop to lace its shoes or to grab a trophy after one of many races. Sadly, the Zooms had to get there first, no matter that they didn't even know where there was, or what they were supposed to see when they got there. The fastest of the fast was a Zoom called the Whiz, nothing more than a furry blur on a windy day. The Whiz was so fast that he raced anything and everything that moved. He would race the wind as it began to blow, and it was rumored by many that he could race his shadow and win. Faster than fast was the little Zoom called the Whiz. His room was filled with trophies and ribbons, all of them for always being first. Without question, he was the fastest creature in all the land. The Whiz was so fast that he would speak and then race ahead to listen to what he said. Wow, that is fast. The Whiz even ate fast, so fast that he wouldn't even know what he had eaten. He would stop for a moment in an orchard, and there he would gobble a bit of fruit, no matter if it was ripe, rotten, or green. Before you could swallow or burp or gasp, the Whiz had eaten and was back in the race. Things moved fast past the Whiz, so fast that all he saw as he raced along were blurs of color and shape. He never saw the sunrise and he never saw it set, for the running of a race was all there was, and he had no time to stop or even slow down. But one day everything changed for the little Zoom called the Whiz. He had been running backwards, taunting a bumblebee that couldn't keep up, and tripped on a rock in the path. He fell hard to the ground in a puff of dust. As the Whiz jumped up, eager to continue the race, he noticed that he had not tripped on a rock at all. He had stumbled over a turtle that had stopped in the middle of the path to take a snooze. Now, the Whiz was long and lean, but all in all he wasn't very mean. He looked at the turtle and smiled a fast smile. Aha, it was you that I tripped over. Well, this calls for a race. Come on now, ready, set, go. Just like that, the Whiz was gone, but the odd thing was, the turtle didn't chase him. The turtle didn't even bother to race. Instead, the turtle yawned and slowly looked around, stretching its neck from its shell. Then, one slow step at a time, it slowly began lumbering down the trail. It wasn't long before the Whiz realized that he wasn't in a race. He was running all by himself. He skidded to a stop and looked back the way he had come. But the turtle must race, he muttered quickly to himself. Everybody races everybody in Zippity. It's what makes us Zooms. Quickly he zipped back to the turtle. He zoomed around and around the turtle, again challenging it to a race, and then shot off like a flash down the trail. Once again, the turtle didn't show the slightest interest in racing. He simply stood there and watched a butterfly fly by. In moments, the Wiz was back again. "Turtle," groaned the little Zoom, "you must hurry or you'll be late. If you are late, you will never win." The turtle slowly turned his head and smiled. "Late for what?" he asked. "Why," said the Wiz, "for the next race to be run." "And what do you win?" the little turtle quietly asked. "That's simple," blurted the furry Zoom. "You win a ribbon and why, you get to be first to run the next race." "Piffle," said the turtle slowly, "that isn't enough of a prize for me, for I win every day and I have never run a race. That is obviously a prize you have never won." "That is nonsense," said the Wiz as he ran away. "Winning without racing? Prizes I have never won? Utter nonsense." As the day raced by, the Wiz outran a bumblebee in a race by little more than a buzz. He was faster than a flock of hummingbirds and beat them by a beak. Why, he even raced the wind and won in a breeze. But the turtle's words haunted the little Zoom as he raced about. Suddenly, winning didn't mean as much. What prize could be more than winning, he asked himself as he zoomed along in a blur. I must know. With that, faster than an eagle could fly, he zipped back to the turtle to hear more about the turtle's tale of winning. "Okay, Mr. Turtle, what prize have you won without running a race? What prize have I never won?" "Oh, no," chuckled the turtle as he looked about. "You can't have the prize until you enter the race." "And just what is this race?" asked the confused Zoom. "Why, to see all that you can see," laughed the turtle. "I win then," said the Wiz, "for I have seen so much today." "Such as?" asked the turtle. "Why, I raced through the forest, I zipped through the meadow, and I flashed down the trail. So there, I win." "Ah," chuckled the turtle, "you raced by all those things, but did you really see any of them?" The Wiz thought and thought, but honestly could not remember a single thing that he should have seen but never saw. And so that day the turtle taught a Zoom called the Wiz to slowly look at all that there was to see. And as promised, win he did. He won so many prizes they were hard to count. He watched the sun ease its way beyond the horizon and the gentle moon slowly rise. He watched in wonder as the stars popped into a purple velvet sky, and he won the time to watch the graceful flight of a loon. And so the Wiz learned that to win is not always to be fast, and that the greatest prize, at times, belongs to the slowest. As you race through life, winning trophies for your room, slow down and look at the world you're in. Don't become a Zippity Zoom.